Hello everyone. So today I will be presenting today I will be explaining what is linked list and with the help of an example. So first of all, what is a linked list? So linked list is a way to organize data where each piece of data is stored in a node along with a reference to the next piece of data. So it is like a node. There will be a node, and one half of the node will contain the data and the other half will contain the address of the other node. So this way the two nodes will be linked together. So it is like a chain where each link points to the next link, and this makes it easy to add and remove element. So like if you have a address of this node in the node address in the address if you have an address of this node in this node, so if you want to delete this node, you can simply change the address of this node to like link with the other node. So this way you can easily add and remove elements, but accessing elements can be slower compared to arrays because there will be changing of address. This will like increase the time. So this is an example of how a node will be looked. So the node are linked together to form a chain-like structures, allowing the sequential storage and retrieval of data. Each node in the chain holds a piece of data as a reference to the next node. So like this is the first node. So this will hold the reference of the other node. And this way the other node will hold the reference to the next node, and simply this chain will continue. Uh, it's up to you how much values you want to add. So now, what example I will be taking to explaining you the linked list. So I will be taking the example of an online shopping cart. So like you must have used Zomato, Alicious, or any other or Amazon. Like there is a shopping cart in that. So what we will be doing is we will be creating a shopping cart. We will be creating a menu-driven program in which we will be able to add elements to the shopping cart this way, and we will be able to also remove elements whichever you want by entering the name of that element. So now let's start with the coding part. So now we will start with the coding part. So first of all, we will make a object node which will help in creating the node in a linked list. So now we will start with the creating the object card which will help in making the program menu driven. This self.head will be used to identify what is the head of the linked list, like which is the first node which hold the from which the holding the address of this address of other nodes start. So now we will create a function to add items to the cart. Now first we will create a variable new item which will make a new node which will hold the following data. Like we have written this node object, then inside the node object there is a parameter data. So now if self.head, like if there is no head of the linked list, then first of all we will create a head. Like if the item entered is the first item in the cart. Now after that we will return from the function, like we will exit from the function. Now if head of the list is already there, then we will like add the new item to the next node, which will become the head of the node. Like there was previous head, now there is another head. So this will be the head, and this will move backwards. Like new head is there. Now self dot head will be the new item, like the new item that is added to the list. So now we will create a function to remove the item from the cart. Yes, now if the current node, like if the current item that is inside the, sorry, so if the current item that is inside the node, this is the first head of the list. So if that is equal to, which we will make a variable and make it equal to the self dot head. So now inside, if the current node data, the data of the current node, like we have made the variable current item, sorry, so we will make it current item. Yes. So if the data of the current item is equal to the data that is entered by the user, which the user wants to delete, so then we will make the self dot remove first node. So this remove first node will be for function if we will move forward, and we will make that function also. So that will be self remove first node, then we will return from the function, like we will exit from the function. Now if the current item dot data is not the first node, so if not is equal to the data, then we will make a loop that will check all the nodes, like if current item, if the current item dot data is equal to date is not none, like if current item dot data is not, like if there is no node in the list, then there will be the current item dot data will be none, like there will be no data, so there will be nothing to remove, is none. And current node dot next means to the other, like this will be make the list iterable, like we will move from this node to the other node, and we will check the data of that node. Now if this happens, then current node will be equal to, so current item will be equal to current item dot next. So like that we will change the value of the current node. Now if the current item is none, now then we will simply return because there is no item in it. Else, if the current item is not none, then it will be current item dot next is equal to current item dot next. Like we will move from next to next node. So now let's create the function which I have talked about, that here is self dot remove first node. So now we will create this function. Now if self dot head is none, then we will simply return because there is no list. Like, but if the self dot head, like there is a head, then it will be like self dot head is equal to self dot head dot next. Like the value of this current head will change. So now we will create a function to display the list, like what items are inside the cart. So we will display it. Yes, now we will create the function. Now the current item will be equal to self dot head. Now while current node, like till the time there is any node, like we have to iterate from all the nodes. So while current node is there, then we will like current node current item, sorry, change it to item. Yes, now it is fine. Now the current item, yes, now we will print the current item. So now we will print current item data. So we will print the data of it, and like to make it look better, we will add a statement like is in the cart. Yes, now we will move to like we will iterate it to like we will iterate the current item variable. So the current item will be current item dot next. Yes, now we will make this program menu driven. So first of all, print options, like what options does the user have. Yes, now it will be the first option, add an item to the cart. Now second option will be to remove the item from the cart. Now the third option will be display items in the cart. Now the last option will be to exit from the cart. Exit from the cart. Yes, now like 1 minute. Just to make like to present it better in the terminal, we will add two print statements. Like it will look better. So now we will create a variable which will hold the object cart. After that, integer variable like that will help to program to make the program menu driven. Like we will get a value from the user like 1 2 3 which option the user chooses, and according to that we will perform the function. Now to make the program like till the time user wants to use it, we will add a while loop which will make the program run till the time user wants. It will not exit after taking one option. So it will be while n is less than 5, like till the time the options like entered by the user is less than 5. Like 1 minute, let me make it 4. Yeah, this is the fourth option. So till the time the options entered by the user are less than 5, we don't have to exit from the loop. Now first we will ask the user to enter the option. enter the option. After that, we will check if the value entered by the user is 1. Then according to the menu we have created, the one option means to add an item to the cart. So we will first ask from the user what item you want to add. It will be enter the name of the item. Yeah. Now first we will do c dot add to cart. This function we will act we are going to access this function like this one. Yeah, this is the function we are accessing. So it is there is a parameter data, so we are passing the value as here, like what's the value entered by the user. So this way we will add this that specific value to a we will create a node and add that value to the node. Now after that we will print a statement. Let me f string. Yeah. Now item is added to the cart. Yeah, 100. Let me make it. Yeah, this. Hmm. Now, after that, user will again ask for the use like the we will again ask for the option from the user. So if the other option will be if the user enters option number two, that is remove the item from the cart. So we will again ask what item the user want to remove, and we are taking exception here, like the options entered by user are like similar. There will be no case sensitivity or anything. Yes, now like we have to enter the value the user wants to remove. Yes. Now after we get the value, we will pass the function like c dot remove item, and inside there is a parameter s. Like here is the function, this one, remove item, and this data is the parameter we are going to pass. Now we will first make it print, then again print a string s. An item is removed from the cart. Yeah, make it exclamation mark. Yes. Now after that we'll again add one print statement, then this. Now we will add another option like if the user enters 3. So the third option says we are going to display the items in the cart. So there will be a simple function c dot display. This this will display all the items which are inside the cart. Now the last option is if n is 4, so we have to exit from the cart. So we will print exiting from the cart. Yes, now we will break from the loop. So now that was all the program we did. Now we will run it and see check it if it is working fine or not. Now here is the option that we have to like the now we will enter the option one, like we have first we will add an item to the list. So the first of one, let's see, we can make it. Let's let's take an example of Licious. So we'll add a chicken, like it is a non-veg home delivery service. Yeah, we have added chicken. So the chicken item is added to the cart. Now let's add another item. So let's add fish. Now fish is added. Now let's add one more item. So item will be, let's say, egg. Now after we have like added all the items, like we have added three items. So let's now display what are items inside the cart. So to display the option is three. So these are all the items in the cart. Like egg is in the cart, fish is in the cart, chicken is in the cart. Now we want to, let's say we want to remove fish. We don't want to eat fish. So we will add second, we will choose second option. So we will remove fish. Now fish item is removed from the cart. Let's now again display the cart. So there's egg in the cart and chicken in the cart. So let's again choose option 2. Let's remove egg. Now let's again display. Now chicken is in the cart. Now let's again remove chicken. Now let's display. There is nothing in the cart. So that was all the program. That was the program. That was the example of linked list. How we can implement linked list in a shopping cart. We can simply implement linked list in many other examples. There are many real life examples. So thank you for watching my video.